few years from now, you're going to look back at this period, this phase of your life, and see it completely differently. The loneliness, the confusion, the uncertainty, the feeling that everybody else around you knows what they're doing while you're just trying to figure things out and get through each day. I've been there. Right now, it feels pointless. It feels confusing. It feels frustrating. It feels like you're not getting anywhere. Nothing's moving. But one day you will realize that this phase wasn't happening to you. It was happening for you. I've been reading more of the Bible recently, and I just came across a passage that stopped me. It says, "For everything there is a season, and a time for every matter under heaven. A time to plant, a time to uproot, a time to build, a time to tear down, a time to mourn, a time to dance." And it made me realize something, and something that I have also been a victim of doing in my life as well. And that is the fact that we seem to always be avoiding the season we're in, or always chasing something that's better than what we're currently facing right now. We want the harvest season when it's actually time to plant. We want answers now when we're actually meant to be developing or building character. We want certainty and answers when we're meant to be building faith. And because of this, we miss the entire purpose of the season that we're actually in. I think one of the biggest mistakes that we as humans make is that we think we can, or that we're meant to understand our lives while we're right in the middle of it. But if you think about it, think back to those times, the difficult periods that you've already survived and come out of and thrived through. At the time, it probably felt unfair. Maybe you lost a job, a relationship, your plans fell apart, life didn't go the way that you wanted it to or expected it to. But now that you're further down the road, now that you're out of that season, you can probably see lessons that you couldn't see at the time. Wisdom that you've gained through that season that at the time just felt like loss, confusion, pain. You can see how certain hardships forced you to grow, how you were redirected through life onto a better path, how certain endings, although painful at the time, made room for new beginnings. And the problem is that while living through a season, we only see one page, and we tend to focus on the page that is probably the most negative aspect of it. But God sees the entire book. God sees, He knows what this phase is doing for us, and it's all part of His greater plan for us. And it's such a paradoxical thing, it's such a difficult truth to really take in and understand and have faith in, because we want certainty, we want answers, we want explanations, we want guarantees. We want guarantees that it's all going to work out fine. But life just simply doesn't work that way always. And here's the thing, the season that you're fighting right now may actually be the one that you need the most. This is especially true for young men. We live in a world that constantly tells us that we should have everything figured out, everything planned out to perfection. The career, the money, the purpose, the relationship, the plan. So when things go messy, or when things don't go as expected, we think that we've done something wrong. But what if nothing has actually gone wrong? What if this period of uncertainty is actually the exact preparation that you need to become the person that you're truly meant to be? Think about nature. There's no tree that bears fruit the whole year round. There's seasons where it looks like nothing's happening. But the roots, everything that it needs, the structure is all being formed underneath. You can't see that. It takes time. It takes time to build the strength that is then going to allow the tree to thrive, to grow, to weather all the storms that it's going to face in its life. And without those hidden seasons, the visible growth never occurs. And I think far too many, especially men out there, quit on themselves because they mistake a preparation season as a wasted season. But they're not the same thing. Just because you can't see progress doesn't mean that progress isn't actually happening underneath the surface. Probably is. One of the things that I've noticed in my own life is that Some of the most important growth actually happens when it feels like nothing exciting is happening in your life. It feels like nothing's moving. It feels like everything's actually going against you. No breakthroughs, no big wins, no external validation, no clapping, just ordinary days, praying, training, reading, working towards something that you can't see if it's actually gonna pay off eventually. Just showing up again and again. Because right now, unfortunately, we live in a world that is addicted to constant stimulation. We're told that life should always feel exciting and that you need constant wins to keep that validation going and to know that something good is happening for you. It should always feel productive, it should always feel meaningful, but growth is actually often quiet. Character is quite often built quietly. Wisdom comes from silence. Discipline and faith are both built quietly too. And because those things happen in silence, most people actually underestimate their importance. But those are often the exact qualities that determine the course of your future. So I know that there's probably going to be people like me as well who feel behind in life. You look around and see people of your age getting married, having children, having everything figured out. Meanwhile, you're wondering why your life just seems to be on hold. Yep, I've been there, I've felt that too. Some days I still do feel that as well. But comparison becomes dangerous when you need to understand that everyone is in a different season. You wouldn't compare winter to summer. You wouldn't compare planting to harvesting. And yet that's exactly what you're doing with your life. Maybe someone else is harvesting. Maybe it's your turn to plant. Both are necessary. Both have a purpose. The timing of your life doesn't need to look like anybody else's, no matter what people say around you. So the older I get, the more that I realise that life is less about trying to control every single outcome and predict everything that's going to happen in your life, and more about just becoming the person that is capable of handling whatever comes next. And that's exactly what this phase of life you're in right now is doing. It's shaping you, it's building you, it's giving you something, it's teaching you resilience, it's teaching you self-reliance, it's building your faith, your patience. None of these are comfortable, but they're all very, very valuable. So the season that you're in right now, it may not make sense today, it may not make sense next month, but one day you will look back and understand exactly what it was preparing you for. So if you're in a difficult season right now, if you're in a phase of life that feels like it has no purpose to it, it feels like you're just getting hit after hit after hit, and you can't see a way out of it, then remember that not every season of life is meant to bear fruit. Some seasons are meant to produce roots under the surface, where you can't see them. You don't know what they're there for. So don't rush this phase. Don't assume that it's meaningless. Don't despise it and try and run away from it. Don't even try to understand it. Just keep pushing. There's a time for everything. A season for everything. And I'm telling you that the season that you're probably in right now has a purpose far greater than you can currently see. So if this message resonated with you, then let me know in the comments below what season of life, what phase of life you're currently walking through, because I'd be interested to know. And if you're trying to find more meaning, more purpose, more faith in a world filled with distractions, then consider subscribing, because I'll be making more videos like this in the very near future. And I appreciate you watching. I will catch you in the next video.